offense for the Blue Devils. At center, number 66, senior Blake.
Two backs with him in the backfield. Run the option to the near side. They try a reverse, and the ball's loose.
There we go.
Welcome, Lebanon High School Band alumni. Thank you for being here tonight for this big game. Let's give them a round of applause. Friday Night Rivals has Middle Tennessee's elite high school football games. Tonight, Army National Guard and Bart Durham Injury Law are proud to bring you the game of the week, the Mount Juliet Golden Bears versus your Lebanon Blue Devils. Attention, Lebanon High School students. Blue Devil Football has partnered with Zaxby's to award a Zaxby's Student of the Game. The Blue Devil prize pack will be presented to the student in the Devil's Lair who shows the most Blue Devil pride during tonight's game. So be loud, be proud, and go Big Blue.
A kind word, a firm handshake, and treating others the way you'd want to be treated. That's just how we do things in Tennessee. We're Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
senior. H-back, slot man, Baylor Osborne. He is their leading receiver with 25 catches so far this season. And the quarterback, Tyler Travers. Travers, a senior. He has completed 68% of his passes for 858 yards, 14 touchdowns, and just 1 interception. He's run the ball 32 times for 196 yards, 6.1 per carry. He will be going up against a Lebanon defensive unit that will line up this way. Jawan Stafford, Jr. at defensive end. Jack Greer, Sr. at the nose, and Quentin Moore, Sr. at defensive end. Will linebacker Sherelle Simpkins, a junior. Middle linebacker Carter McPeak, sophomore. Strong side linebacker Jordan Jewell, senior. And the devil linebacker, kind of a hybrid. He plays near the line of scrimmage or is almost as a defensive back in a nickel configuration, Deontay Wilson, sophomore. In the secondary, the corner is going to be Damian Callaway, senior. Jamani Busby, sophomore. The rover, Gian Izita, there we go, sophomore. And the free safety, Austin Harrison. Up front for Lebanon defensively, Stafford, Greer, and Moore. Joe Gardner, if you've got your ears on, 59 degrees out here, and it should be a perfect night for high school football.
And it is, Tommy. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better. The flag's just draped by the pole. There's not a little, any kind of wind to contend with, which we've seen our share of everything this year. Of course, homecoming being moved till tonight because we thought there would be weather a couple of weeks ago and there wasn't. So if this game didn't mean enough already, I'm sure you've talked about it. We've thrown all these extra components in that I can tell you coaches really don't love. But it's part of it, and it's something we got to do. Again, schedules get a little different with TVs and things like that, so we've had captains standing out here a while. I even asked him, I said, what are y'all doing out here so early? And he said, I really don't know, Coach. He said, we're just trying to look good, I guess. So, again, still 13 minutes on the clock, as there will be a late kickoff with the TV. First, let me give you the captains. We'll go ahead and take a little care of a little housekeeping here, have all that done by the time they get out there to flip that coin. Have a full crew tonight of officials. Your man on the clock tonight is David Erie. Your linesman, Keith Dyer. Line judge is Larry Verge. Your umpire is Jesse Chesterfield. Your back judge is Blake Qualls. Field judge is Lucas Reeves. Your side judge tonight is David Tollison. And your referee in the white hat is Bobby Rollins. I'll give you captains quickly. For Mount Juliet, number 3, Tyler Travers. Number 21, Kai Perry. Number 40, Brooklyn Wynn. And number 88, Carson Slocum. Now captains for your Lebanon Blue Devils. Number 10, Jordan Jewell. Number 19, Connor Jones. Number 50, Giovanni Luna Garcia. And number 58, Sutton Hinesley. Tommy, again, we've got a little bit of time. I will go back up to you and maybe give you a few final thoughts after we get the flip of the coin. But you said it, fine night for football, and I am watching this clock tick down.
Thanks, Joe. 7:07 is what they told us on the kickoff tonight, and they said they would have the toss of the coin at 6:50. That has not transpired. Let's go through Lebanon's starting offensive look tonight. TJ Searcy will start at a split receiver. Gabe Allen, left tackle. Giovanni Luna Garcia at left guard. Blake Mofield is the center. Dwayne White at right guard. Sutton Hinesley at right tackle. And Damian Callaway, the flanker. Damian Callaway, 15 catches, 193 yards, 12.9 per reception. Wide receiver, John Binion. Sniffer, Brecken Rogers. Running back will be Deuce Edwards, senior. Tight end, Abram Thompson. And the quarterback, Isaiah Mariah. Edwards, 822 yards on the ground on 101 carries for Lebanon so far this season, 8.1 per carry, 9 touchdowns on the ground. He's caught 8 passes for 70 yards, averaging 4.9 per catch, but 2 touchdowns. And as we said a little bit ago in the pregame, he scored 5 touchdowns the last time out against Wilson Central. And the last time a Blue Devil did that, 2009, Jordan Stafford against Portland when he had 382 yards rushing. Bob Lee sits to my left as always. And Bob, this game means an awful lot to a lot of Blue Devils. You played in the first 2 of these games when they started the series back in 1977 and 78.
Yeah. This was came with a lot of fanfare. I remember of course the Democrat and at that time the Wilson World, and I guess it was also the Tennessean and the Banner. All of them were involved. They had pictures made in front of the courthouse with opposing teams, representative from each team as a county rivalry. A lot of build-up going to that first ball game. I can remember.
It's customary for all attendants to remove all handcuffs and place the right hand over their heart as we pay tribute to this great nation. Commanding tonight's color guard and carrying the American flag is Cadet Major Calvin. Carrying the state of Tennessee flag, Cadet Master Sergeant Montalong. Carrying the Army flag, Cadet Chief Master Sergeant Connell. Carrying the Marine flag, Cadet Master Sergeant Honeycutt. Carrying the Navy flag, Cadet Second Lieutenant Moss. Carrying the Air Force flag, Master Sergeant Williams. Carrying the Coast Guard flag, Second Lieutenant Kennedy. Carrying the Space Force flag, First Lieutenant Alice. Carrying the right rifle, Cadet Second Lieutenant Schrock. Carrying the left rifle, Cadet Master Sergeant Hendren. And to perform our national anthem, Lebanon High Senior Madison Davis.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Mount Juliet, number 3, Tyler Crafton. Number 21.
Fires Dowdy Elementary and came up Dawson Lane and hit West Main Street. So a nice homecoming parade, a lot of fun with the floats and the class competition, but bottom line, there's a football game that's going to be kicking off here in about 5 minutes, and that is a very big deal. Lebanon comes in 3-4. Mount Juliet 7-0 on the season. Bob, you just don't know what happens in a game like this. A couple of bounces that go funny, you just don't know.
You're exactly right, Tommy. In a game like this where you have your rivals, you got Mount Juliet and Lebanon, drop the records. I mean, you could have one could be 7-0 and the other 0-7. It doesn't matter. They're both going to play each other hard. They want bragging rights. They want to they can remember the game last year. They want revenge. So it's a situation where each year it's a good spirited rivalry. You know, it's not a nasty rivalry. It's there's respect for both teams. It's just good to have this game on your schedule every year, and it's good for high school football.
To remind folks, Lebanon lost in double overtime last year by a score of 38-31. Prior to that, Lebanon won both meetings against Mount Juliet. Then prior to those 2 years, Mount Juliet had won 12 in a row. Overall, through history, Mount Juliet leads the series 32-20. And Joe Gardner and the captains are making their way toward the middle of the field. Joe, I will turn it over to you, young man.
Thank you very much, Tommy. Again, we have previously given our captains and our officials for tonight. They are making their introductions and shaking hands. Situation like this, a lot of kids know each other. I'm going to step out of this horn, step over here to the side so I can get a bird's eye view a little bit. Of course, officials are reminding them that. Talk to your own teammates. Get up off the pile and go back and play another down. And sometimes in a game like this, you have to remind them several times. Mount Juliet, of course, is the visiting team, and they will be making the call on the flip of this coin. And I'm not sure how much more he can explain to it. Quarter's only got 2 sides. And he's going over everything. Here we go. Lebanon won the toss. And I bet you I know what they're going to do, but I'm going to let him make the call. Lebanon did win the toss and elected to defer, so they will kick to Mount Juliet to start this contest. Travers rubbing his hands together like that's what he wants, so we'll oblige. And I'm sure we're going to be kicking left to right toward Hartman Drive. If we ever have to start the game kicking the other way, I don't know what'll happen. Anyway, guys, anybody that's listened to our radio broadcast before knows this game's special to me, to say the least, and I get a little excited. And I can't promise that I won't do that again. But I told my son when he walked out this morning, I said, if you got any doubts, just go back and get in the bed. He kind of looked at me. I said, I mean it. I said, this is a game. You cannot have a doubt about Tommy Bryan. You've got to come out of that locker room, and you got to be ready to go to war with these guys for 4 quarters. And when the brakes goes against you, you can't hold your head down. You got to fight back. I want to see if our Blue Devils could do it. Back up to you, buddy.
Thanks, Joe. Joe's a little juiced up, isn't he, Bob?
Absolutely. Hey, it's Lebanon Mount Juliet, and if you can't get jacked up for this game, what can you get jacked up for?
Lebanon, white headgear, blue jerseys, white numerals and trim, white football pants. Mount Juliet across the way, black headgear, white jerseys, black numerals, gray football pants, trimmed in gold. Bob, we're ready to start this first quarter of action.
Well, the first quarter of tonight's game is sponsored by the Lebanon Police Department and Chief Mike Justice. The men and women in blue are proud to support the Big Blue.
Lebanon will kick off. They will have their backs to the scoreboard here at Tribble Field, Watkins Stadium. There is a good crowd on hand here on the home side, and I'll say this, Mount Juliet student body has brought a good bunch, and there is a nice crowd of Golden Bear fans across the way. People still coming in the parking lot, and they are still coming in the driveway out front here at Blue Devil Boulevard.
Some of them may have driven in from Florida for this ball game if they've taken the week off for their fall break.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Kicking the football for Lebanon tonight will be Tristan Phillips. Mount Juliet will send 3 men deep. In the middle will be Roseberry. He'll stand at the 5. At the hash and at the numbers, they'll have a couple of Bears lined up, including Josh Patterson on the far side. Here's the kick from Phillips, and we are underway. The kick will settle at the 16-yard line. Mount Juliet on the return, and he will be taken down after a very short return. Baylor Osborne on the return for the Golden Bears. You'll hear that name a lot for Mount Juliet. He's their slot receiver and a favorite target of Tyler Travers, the quarterback.
Now they'll bring it out to the 26-yard line, but they'll have 1st and 10 here for this first drive. Our defense needs to set the tone early.
Gravely, Driver, Dryden, Glover, Pride, Sanders, Slocum up front for Mount Juliet. Stafford, Greer, and Moore, the front 3. Linebackers, Wilson, Simpkins, McPeak, and Jewell. Travers in the gun. Crudup is at his left hip. He wants to throw, looks downfield, comes on a little comeback route, and that is complete to Isaiah Roseberry. Roseberry with the catch at the 36-yard line.
Jamani Busby makes the tackle for the Blue Devils, but not until he picks up 9 yards, making it 2nd and 1.
Split receivers left and right for Mount Juliet. Travers goes under center. They're in an I set. Tailback, Crudup off the left side has running room, and he will be hit as he goes out of bounds. He is shy of the 45. Basically an off-tackle play for Mount Juliet out of the I formation.
Had off tackle, but he bounced it outside. We didn't have any containment for him on the end over there, and he's able to get to the sideline and cut it upfield up to the 44-yard line.
Gain of about 8, 1st and 10, Golden Bears, opening drive of this football game. Travers, tailback, running right, Crudup will run it to the 47-yard line.
Jordan Jewell comes up in the hole, makes the tackle, holding on for dear life. He pulls him for a couple of yards.
Gain of 3, 2nd down and 7 for Mount Juliet. Middle of the field. Travers in the gun sends 2 receivers to the right, tight end on the left. 4-man front for Lebanon. Play fake. Travers in trouble. He is going to be taken down for a sack. They brought the linebacker Simpkins, who made initial contact, and Jewell was there as well for Lebanon. Loss on the play. Lebanon dialing up the blitz, Bob.
Yeah, and Quentin Moore in on it too. We just kind of converged on the quarterback, kind of one of those things where you say, hey, I'll meet you in the backfield. And Lebanon defense with a big play, bringing up a 3rd and 10 now.
Loss of 3 on that quarterback sack. Travers in the gun. 3rd down and 10. Lebanon bunches the line of scrimmage as if they want to blitz again. 1 high safety for Lebanon. Timeout taken by the Golden Bears. Timeout on the field, Mount Juliet. We will take one as well. That will be a 1-minute timeout. We'll take a 1-minute break. You're listening to Blue Devil Football on WANT WCOR Lebanon.
A kind word.
Well, that's
a
a
firm
great question.
handshake. treating others the way you'd want to be treated. That's just how we do things in Tennessee. We're Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
Mount Juliet quickly out of the timeout. Travers rolls right, and it is incomplete. A rollout to his right, and Tyler Travers could not find a man open. Skipped it into a diving receiver, and the Golden Bears will have to punt it away.
I thought for a second there Gianna Zeta was going to get a pick. He dove for the football, but just couldn't get to it as it was deflected.
In to punt the football, Tate Merbitz, Merbitz, sophomore. J.D. Stafford deep to return for Lebanon. Snap, hits the up man, and it somehow got back to Merbitz, who has presence of mind and gets the punt away. Joe, that ball hit one of the up men, and luckily the punter for Mount Juliet was able to grab it and kick it.
Sure did. Heads up by that young man, because he did. He grabbed it in just one step and punched it out of there. Just a little housekeeping quickly on the play before. Carter McPeak was the one who got his hands on the ball. He was covering an underneath route and was able to tip that ball, again, almost intercepted by Azita.
Donald, how far on that punt for Mount Juliet?
30 yards, Tom.
30 yards. Mount Juliet punts the ball away on their first possession, and with 9:37 to go in the first quarter, Lebanon takes over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. Mariah is the quarterback. Deuce Edwards the tailback. Edwards looks for the cutback, has some running room, and Edwards will run that football to the 34-yard line.
Good run on first down, little hesitation, little jump step right there to get to the outside, get it out to the 34.
Gain of 8 should bring up a 2nd down and 2 for Lebanon at the 34-yard line. 2 receivers left, tight end on the right. Tailback again, Edwards looking for running room, and Deuce Edwards is up to around the 48-yard line. The Deuce with a nice run for a Blue Devil first down to the 48-yard line. Gain of 14. Nice blocking up front on that left side. Gabe Allen and Luna Garcia.
And Edwards that time doing a good job of showing patience and letting that hole develop. He kind of hesitated for a second to get the block, then hits up in that hole.
1st and 10 Lebanon at their own 48. 2 receivers left in a slot. Pass thrown out in the flat. Caught. Going to be brought down after almost no gain. John Binion on a little smoke route. Binion, the slot man, just backed up a step. And that's going to go for a gain of 1. Well, the sticks haven't moved. I think the positioning of the football is a little bit different because it was certainly on the 48. The ball's on the 49, but the sticks have not moved. So no gain. 2nd down and 10. 2 receivers right, 1 left, 4-man front for the Golden Bears. Send a man in motion. Edwards comes to the near side, makes 1 man miss, cuts it back inside, and Edwards will fight to pick it up and go to the 49-yard line of Mount Juliet. Gain of 2, when by all rights they should have had him in the backfield.
Yeah, Tommy, he picked up 2 yards right there, but there was nothing there.
Quentin Moore comes into the game as an extra blocker, as does Jawan Stafford. So one will play a tight end, the other will be a H-back. Lebanon going with a heavy set on 3rd down and 8. Edwards will be the I-back behind Mariah. Give it to Edwards. Edwards fights for yardage, and he's close to that first down. He's short, but he just pushed and got up in that pile of Blue Devil blockers.
Yeah, they kind of had him dead to rights, and he pushed forward for another couple of yards to make it 4th and 2.
He gains 6, 4th down, and 2 to go for the first, and Lebanon will leave the offense on the field. Lebanon looks determined to just run this football at Mount Juliet. Plenty of time on the play clock, 8 seconds as they reset the offense. Edwards, left side. Edwards, first down, Big Blue. Edwards ran it off that left side, and Joe Gardner again. He's showing patience as he's letting those blocks develop.
Chuck let you in on a little bit of something during that coach's show Wednesday night. He said we've gone from a gap scheme to a zone scheme. In gap scheme, you have specific blocks and you run to a specific hole. In zone scheme, you block the man in your zone and your running back runs to space. We saw that 2 weeks ago against Wilson Central, and we are continuing that tonight.
Just go to daylight.
1st and 10, Lebanon. Football at the 38 of Mount Juliet. 2 receivers go wide right for Lebanon. Tailback, Edwards, looks for a hole and doesn't have much of one. He'll run it to the 34-yard line. Again, it didn't look like he had much, but he got 4 yards out of the deal.
Yeah. Way down to the 34.
Up front for Lebanon, Allen, Luna Garcia, Mofield, White, and Hinesley doing the dirty work for Lebanon. Up front for Mount Juliet, Hernandez, McEwen, and Mosley. Perry and Fiorita are the outside linebackers. Lebanon will send 2 receivers right, tight end left. Mariah wants to throw. He's being pressured. Tuck that thing away, young man. He's hit, and he will be slung forward.
Flag.
Had 2 receivers in the pattern, but Mount Juliet got a lot of pressure on Isaiah Mariah.
Joe, was it an illegal formation, or do you think that was just we moved at the snap?
I think it was a legal formation because, again, they kind of let the snap happen and then threw the flag. So I either knew they were lined up in the neutral zone or we had an illegal formation, and obviously that's the call.
Illegal procedure has been declined, so Mariah with a run for no gain. Football back at the 34. They got pressure on him. He tucked it away and got it back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10 at the Mount Juliet 34. Slot right, tight end left for Lebanon. Mariah hands it to Edwards. Edwards just keeps fighting for yardage. What an effort by Deuce Edwards.
You know, and the I don't know if it was really a handoff or he just kind of took it away from the quarterback and trying to bring it in.
The gain is to the 30. So a gain of 2. That'll bring up a 4th down and about 5 yards to go for the first, and Lebanon will leave the offense on the field. Timeout on the field. Lebanon will take a timeout. Timeout, Blue Devils. I don't see their timeout guy out on the field, so we'll take a 30-second break here. 30 seconds. You're listening to Blue Devil Football and WANT, WCOR Lebanon. 4:17 to go in the first quarter. There is no score. We'll be back in 30.
Hey, Joe, do you...
A kind word, a firm handshake, and treating others the way you'd want to be treated. That's just how we do things in Tennessee. We're Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
Church and Pastor Jason Mull, along with Wilhelm Realty Group, for providing team meals this week. To help keep the Blue Devil Pantry stocked, please call Darian Reynolds at 615-218-0790.
Lebanon will apparently go for it. Split receiver will be Connor Jones here on the near side. J.D. Stafford left. Extra blocker in the backfield. Reverse to J.D. Stafford. Stafford's going to get hit and pulled down. Second possession for the Golden Bears. 4:08 to go here in the first quarter at Tribble Field, Watkins Stadium. Tailback hits it right up the middle, and that is Baylor Osborne. Osborne, who is the leading receiver for Mount Juliet, runs it to the 40. He picked up 4 yards. They had him as a halfback in that set. Slot left, slot right for Mount Juliet against a 5-man Lebanon front. Travers in the gun. Signal comes in from Curtis Graw. Pass in the flat and complete.
Just led him too much.
Travers, the leading receiver for Mount Juliet this year. They'll line him up in the slot. They'll line him up like an H-back. He will be all over the place. He's also the catcher for the Golden Bears baseball team. Motion across the set. Travers rolls left to throw. Pressure comes from the back.
Side in the flat, had a man open on the short route, on the flat route. Travers elected to keep it. Mount Juliet going to go on 4th, Tommy.
4th down and 5 at their own 41. Travers with a quick kick. He punts it, and that one's going to go a long way. That will be
52 yards, Tommy.
52 yards on that punt for Mount Juliet. Lebanon backed up at their own 6-yard line.
Well, it's a battle of field position at this point.
Well executed on that quick kick. 2:33 to go in the quarter. Here comes Edwards. Cuts it back inside, and Mount Juliet had
sidestep a defensive lineman to even get to the line of scrimmage.
tight slot on the right. Clock has stopped.
kind word, a firm handshake, and treating others the way you'd want to be treated. That's just how we do things in Tennessee. We're Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
Bob, you get it coming out if you would. I think we'll have a little time.
Slap my shoulder when they're coming back.
Okay. Look, here, they go.
Okay.
That's your bad shoulder. I don't want to hit it.
You know, actually, my left one was one I dislocated.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
You remember?
Driving up the middle of a shortstop. Thanks to certified athletic trainer Jacob Woodard and team physician Dr. Lance LeClaire with Vanderbilt Sports Medicine for providing sports medicine coverage tonight for our student athletes. Also, the Blue Devil football program appreciates the support of Corey McDonald and the folks at Buckeye Drugs, 315 North Cumberland Street, a full-service independent pharmacy. Visit BuckeyeDrugs.com for more information.
Lebanon and Mount Juliet tied up at 0-0, 1:57 to go in the first quarter. Lebanon looking at a 2nd and 8 from the Blue Devil 8-yard line. Backed up after a nice 52-yard quick kick by Tyler Travers. Tight slot right for Lebanon, tight end on the left. Now the Lebanon will overshift to the right. Edwards runs it right. Edwards with some running room. Deuce down the sideline, and he will have a first down for Lebanon.
They got Binion out here on the perimeter here, number 11 Binion on the hold, kind of as Deuce ran by him. We had gotten the first down and then the holding call, so it's going to bring up a 2nd and 9 after that, Tommy. But again, just the defender went to the ground as our receiver was blocking him, and it's just hard to get the benefit of the doubt when you win sometimes like that because it looks like you threw him to the ground. I don't know if that was the case.
I've seen receivers taught to almost punch those defenders down, to hit and release, to almost like a jackhammer, so you don't get that call.
Well, you want to get those thumbs underneath the
get them under the breastplate. Whistle pre-snap.
Delay a game.
I don't know about that. That should have been a reset on that clock. You're calling delay on Lebanon. That'll back it up to the 5-yard line. Ryan in the gun. Edwards behind him. Blocking back to the near side. Edwards looks for running room off the left edge. Edwards running, has some room on that edge. And Deuce Edwards is down the sideline out near the 45-yard line.
Atta boy.
Back him up, late.
It's the sideline. Because usually when you run toward a sideline and the flag comes out, it's a sideline violation.
Where's the white hat? I can't find him.
He's right there at the 48.
Okay, there he is. Bobby Rollins, the white hat referee, will call personal foul Lebanon. Personal foul Mount Juliet. Offset. No harm, no foul. First down will stand.
to the 47-yard line.
What a run by Deuce Edwards.
Just outrunning them out to the outside.
Guys, Mount Juliet has been doing a little extra to Deuce Edwards. They ripped his shoe off on the last one. They stuck a knee in his back, and I think that happened there, and he took exception. Therefore, the offsetting penalties, we'll keep an eye on that.
Ball's at the 47-yard line of Lebanon. Two receivers right in a slot. Tight end left. Ozita will pick up a yard, perhaps two, as he went right up the middle. Mofield, Luna Garcia at the point of attack. Call that the 49. Gain of 2 for Gian. Out of the game comes Brecken Rogers. Extra split receiver in the game for Lebanon. Binion and Searcy will split wide right. Mariah boots to the right, looks to throw, has it incomplete, intended for Stafford in the flat on running a drag route. Jawan Stafford, Bob, he had him open.
He had him open, just threw it behind him. Just couldn't get it there. He had a lot of mustard on it too. Stafford tried to turn and make the catch, just couldn't do it.
Joe, nice design on that play, and it looked like he was open for a moment.
I think Gentry's wanting him to throw that to Azita there in the flat underneath as he comes off that. Azita would have had kind of clear running. Love Jawan Stafford, and he's got him out in the route, but catching a football is not in his comfort zone. So I know he was telling Mariah there, hey, you had Azita right out here on the edge. Take the easy pass, take what they give you, and we'll move on.
Third down and about 8 to go. Ball is at the Lebanon 49-yard line. This drive started at the Lebanon 5. Play clock at 24. And see, sometimes we get a world of time, and sometimes we don't get near enough.
Well, they set the 40-second clock as soon as the ball is set. Now they're at the 25.
Mariah rolls right. He's just going to pull it down and run. Isaiah Mariah is going to be close to a first down, and where they spot it, that will be a first down for the Blue Devils. As Mariah rolled to the right on a pass play, saw some grass in front of him and just tucked it under his arm and kept running. First and 10, Lebanon.
Isaiah doing a good job of knowing where that down marker is, how to get that first down. He got just enough.
Ball's going to be spotted at the 42-yard line of Mount Juliet. Gain of 9 on that play. First and 10, Big Blue. 41 seconds to go in the first quarter. No score. Wingback, tight end left. Now they shift it to the right, overset right. Mariah hands the ball to Edwards running right. Edwards is hit and taken down short of the 40-yard line. Perhaps a gain of 1.
Yeah, they'll give him 1 on it. That probably will do it for the first quarter if they'll.
Trey Redmond, defensive back for Mount Juliet, is getting talked to by the officials. No flag. 15 seconds on the game clock, and that will probably be the end of the first quarter, excuse me. First quarter comes to a close as Lebanon and Mount Juliet, no score after 1 at Tribble Field, Watkins Stadium. We'll take a 60-second commercial break, and we will be right back.
.88 on 11.
A kind word, a firm handshake, and treating others the way you'd want to be treated. That's just how we do things in Tennessee. We're Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
Shop Springs Creamery, 2816 Sparta Pike, where the corn maze is now open. Shop Springs Creamery is the official chocolate milk of Blue Devil football. Lebanon Lady Devils Volleyball, the runner-up in District 7 tournament, closed out their 2024 season with a 3-1 loss to Riverdale in Tuesday's semifinals of the Region 4 tournament. The Lady Devils finished with an overall record of 19-15 under Coach Brooke Pickler. All district honorees include Ellie Beth McDonald, Sophie Hollis, Maggie Shanks, and Freshman of the Year, Hadley Hayes. Also, thanks to LHS graduate Kenny Salas and the Salas Realty Group, located at 120 Public Square. Whether you're buying or selling, visit salasrealtygroup.com. Lebanon's soccer team finished the regular season with a record of 9-6-3 overall, following Tuesday's 3-0 loss to Siegel in the semifinals of the Region 4 tournament. Lady Devils played in the district finals for just the third time in program history, thanks to a 1-0 victory over Wilson Central in the district semifinals. Coach Kyle Bennett was voted District Coach of the Year, while Marley Dye was named Defensive Player of the Year. All district honors went to Karina Kumar, Sydney Cornish, Mia McDermott, and Reagan Denton.
First play of the second quarter. There is no score. Lebanon looking at a 2nd down and 9 from the Mount Juliet 41-yard line. Mariah hands the ball to Edwards. Edwards just puts his head down and hits it off right guard. Runs into a mass of humanity there. Edwards running hard against his former teammates. Edwards, who until that carry had 11 attempts for 88 yards on the night, running the football for Lebanon.
That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Line of scrimmage will be the 38-yard line. Gain of 3 for it. Play late coming in from the sideline, and Lebanon will take a timeout there. Gardner was coming in as a receiver. I think that decision was made late, and they're getting more personnel changes here as they change it around. Tell you what, let's do, Jeremiah. Let's take a 30-second break, if you would. 30 seconds. You're listening to Blue Devil Football and WANT, WCOR Lebanon. More in 30 seconds.
A kind word, a firm handshake, and treating others the way you'd want to be treated. That's just how we do things in Tennessee. We're Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
Lebanon will have Cersei as a split receiver on the right. J.D. Stafford in the game as a slot man. Isaiah Mariah, the quarterback. Edwards will be on his right hip. Stafford in motion. Hand the ball to Edwards, running left. Deuce puts his head down and runs it close to the 30-yard line.
He's going to get it.
That's a 1st down, Lebanon. Joe, Deuce Edwards is running like a man possessed out there.
He's running with a purpose, and we're mixing up our formations with tight bunches and tight ends, but all we're really doing is just getting blockers to where he's going. That time our slot guy just caved their end down. Deuce ran right off him, kind of if he was a tight end. So, again, Mount Juliet getting a lot of looks they hadn't seen from us on tape.
Azita in the football game at tailback for Lebanon. He is a load. Gian Azita off the left side will run it near the 25-yard line. He will get it to about the 26. Gain of 4 for Gian.
Yeah, bring up 2nd and 6.
And first down, Bob, so key. If you can make some yardage on first down.
Well, the more you can get on first down, the thicker that playbook is for you to deal with right there. If you're looking at, 2nd and 10 or 2nd and 12, that playbook gets real thin.
Azita at tailback. Shift the tight end and the sniffer to the right. Pre-snap whistle, let's see. Looks like offside, Mount Juliet. Mount Juliet lined up in the neutral zone. That is a pre-snap penalty.
Take that.
It'll stay 2nd down, but it'll go from 2nd and 6 to 2nd and 1.
And maybe a play to waste here, Tommy, in your playbook being in the short yardage. They actually flinched when we shifted our tight end and our sniffer that time from left to right. They jumped, causing the flag.
Tight end sniffer on the left. Pull the guard, give it to Gian. Gian hits it up in that hole. First down, Gian Azita. And Bob, they pulled the guard on a lead play and let Gian work right off that block.
They did, and when he hits it up in there, the pile ain't going forward; it's going backwards. So he's getting a good push up through the middle.
Ball is at the 18-yard line. Nine minutes to go in the first half. There is no score. Lebanon threatening. Azita again hits it up in there. Good. Down to about the 10-yard line.
Yeah. Another 7 yards.
That offensive front for Lebanon getting some push. Gabe Allen, Luna Garcia, Mofield, White, Hinesley. Gain, they will call that the 11. So a gain of 7, 2nd down and 5 at the 11-yard line. Lebanon quickly to the line of scrimmage. Deuce Edwards. Bounce takes off around the right side, and he will walk into the end zone for a touchdown, Big Blue. That play was designed to go off right guard, He hit a wall, but had the presence of mind to bounce it and took it all the way around the corner for a touchdown, Big Blue.
Thing of beauty.
Tommy, do you want me to take a 1 minute or a 2 minute on this TV timeout?
Let's take a 1.
Okay. All right, I'll make sure. I'll go to a 60-second break after this kick.
Very good.
Isaiah Moran, number 3 on to hold. Number 38, Tristan Phillips to try to put it through. Snap's good. Hold's good. Kick is good. If you like an old-fashioned football drive and an old-fashioned football game, we got one for you. Your Lebanon Blue Devils 7, the Golden Bears 0. 8:19 to go in the second. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
A kind word, a firm handshake, and treating others the way you'd want to be treated. That's just how we do things in Tennessee. We're Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
All right, Lebanon draws first blood. Deuce Edwards in on an 11-yard TD run. Phillips with the PAT's good. That was a 94-yard drive in 16 plays. With 8:19 remaining before the half, it's now your Lebanon Blue Devils 7, Mount Juliet 0.
Bob Lee, you don't see many 94-yard touchdown drives in high school football.
No, you don't, and especially against a team caliber Mount Juliet.
Phillips will send that kick deep. Mount Juliet will field it at the 2. Spun around. Loose.
We got it. Lebanon got it. Lebanon got it. Yes, sir. Binion.
John Binion recovers that fumble as Lebanon's coverage men lit up the Mount Juliet return man. Joe, I don't know if you saw who got that shot in, but that ball came loose by impact.
Oh, but I'll sure find out for you, Tommy, because he was shot out of that front line of defenders and just made a lick on him as he tried to spin from him. He punched that ball. Binion getting on it. I'll get who calls that fumble, Tommy.
Lebanon will take over 1st and 10 at the Mount Juliet 15-yard line, leading 7-0.
Got to make it hurt.
2 receivers left. Azita is the tailback. Takes the ball off the left side. Gian spins up in there, and that pile continues to move. Gian Azita runs it to the 5-yard line.
That should be a first down, I think.
The line of scrimmage was the 15.
They gave him 9 3/4 yards.
Saying he is short of the 5.
That's good.
Joe, what you got?
Number 32, J.D. Stafford. He's made a lot of plays for us with the ball in his hand. That time calls the fumble right there on that kickoff, Tommy.
That's one you want to make note of right there. 2nd down and 1 at the 5. Gian is the tailback. They'll shift the tight end and the sniffer to the left. Overset left. Tailback hit in the backfield. He's not going to have anything.
Did a good job getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Mount Juliet had walled that off.
Yeah, they're bringing them all up in the box right now. It seems like they're on that goal line.
Azita comes out. Edwards back in the game at tailback. Mariah looks to the sideline for the play. 7:08 to go in the first half. Lebanon leading 7-0. Blue Devils trying to cash in on the fumble by Mount Juliet.
It's first down.
Was that the first down?
Yeah, first down.
1st and goal at the 5.
So the box still had it at 2nd down.
Okay, that's what I was looking at.
Now he's changed it.
.654 and the clock stopped as the officials try to get this one set. Yeah, the box was wrong.
Well, now wait a second.
2nd down.
Then if it's 2nd down, then where's the chains?
2nd down and goal.
Well, but you didn't have it wasn't 1st and goal.
Well, you're right there.
It was 1st in a yard. I mean, it was 2nd down in a yard.
Yeah. They're calling it 2nd and goal from the 5. Tight end, sniffer, shift to the left. Handoff. Edwards running left. Edwards. Touchdown, Big Blue. Deuce Edwards off the left side. A late flag comes in. But the touchdown should stand as Edwards ran behind student body left. Indication from the official will be touchdown. Dead ball, personal foul, unsportsmanlike Lebanon. That will be assessed on the kickoff.
So the only thing now we're going to give them good field position on the kickoff.
Joe, you've got the call of the PAT try.
Thank you, Tommy. As we get set for the extra point, again, it wasn't a lot from Deuce. He just kind of tossed the ball. He's been given, a lot of business there, Mount Juliet so far. It looks like Mount Juliet's going to enforce this on the extra point.
Oh, okay.
Good.
Instead of the kickoff, which again, sometimes a point in a game like this means a lot. What's that? Yeah. So, again, this will turn into now a 35-yard attempt or 34-yard attempt. 35. This is from the 18.
And Joe, just take a 30 coming out of this.
I'll do it, Tommy. Mariah's going to set down this extra long, extra point, and Tristan Phillips is going to try to put it through. Snap, kick,
Attaboy.
and what a kick, as that penalty was negated by number 38, Tristan Phillips. Number 6:36 to go in the half. To Lebanon Blue Devils 14, Mount Juliet 0. We'll be back after this 30-second break.
A kind word, a firm handshake, and treating others the way you'd want to be treated. That's just how we do things in Tennessee. We're Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
Lebanon answers on the Mount Juliet kickoff fumble. Deuce Edwards, 5-yard TD run. Phillips with the long PAT, but it's good. That was 15 yards on 4 plays. With 6:36 remaining in the second quarter, it's now your Lebanon Blue Devils 14, Mount Juliet 0. Edwards now has 115 yards and 2 touchdowns.
That's not a bad half.
Again, you saw it in that Watertown game in the rain where Lebanon decided we're going to run the football. They did it last time they played against Wilson Central. They ran the football. And tonight, Edwards, Azita pounding that football for Lebanon, and they lead 14-0, 6:36 to go in the first half of play. Phillips will tee it up. Roseberry deep return for Mount Juliet. Phillips thumps it, high kick will settle to Roseberry at the 10, 15, 20. He dropped the ball again. The ball was out, and I think Roseberry got on it. Bob, because he had to get on it.
Yeah. He couldn't go back to the sideline after that.
Mount Juliet with the fumble, but Roseberry got back on it. Ball is going to be spotted at the 33-yard line of Mount Juliet, 1st and 10. Gravely, Dryden, Glover, Pride, Sanders up front for the Bears. Lebanon 5-man front. Travers in the gun. Gives it to Crudup, coming to the near side on a sweep. Gian Azita knocks him down for a loss, for a very short game.
Tell you what, here a couple of weeks ago, they moved Gian over to the defensive side of the football to get some help on linebacker, and he's shown why.
Short gain for the Bears. Travers wants to throw. Throws it over the middle of the field, has a man wide open. Lebanon's going to jump on his back and pull him down. That's Crudup, the back out of the backfield. Damon Calloway had to make that tackle, or Crudup would have gone to the house.
It went quick huddle. They went no huddle running at the line of scrimmage like they are right here.
Crudup hits it up into the middle.
Chains ain't even set.
Run it to the 10-yard line, and the Chains struggling to keep up.
Well, they're supposed to stop the clock until the chains are set.
Gain of 5. Let's see what the line of scrimmage is going to be. The Lebanon 10, the Lebanon 9-yard line. All at the 9. 2 receivers left. Tailback hits it up in there. We'll have yardage to about the 5-yard line. On the carry for the Bears will be Rezkala, R-E-Z-K-A-L-L-A. Morkos Rezkala, R-E-Z-K-A-L-L-A.
They're only going to get him to the 6, though.
Okay, 6-yard line. Third down. 2 receivers left. Travers goes under center. He moves the blocking back to his right. Gives it to Crudup running right. He will run it inside the 5 to about the 3. Quentin Moore on that tackle for Lebanon. Also over there for the Blue Devils was Sherelle Simpkins. First and goal, Bears. First and goal, Bears. Joe, what's that line of scrimmage, please?
Mark him right inside the 3-yard line.
Call it the 3. Travers under center. Tailback, Crudup, left side. Touchdown, Bears. Crudup ran it behind Sam Gravely, probably their best offensive lineman, for a touchdown off the left side. And Mount Juliet answers with a score. Joe, you've got the PAT attempt.
Daniel Echeverry onto a 10. Tyler Travers will put it down.
Daniel Echeverry at the kick.
Snap. Spots there. And Echeverry is pretty automatic as he punches it through. Mount Juliet cuts our lead in half. Still trails 14-7. 4:07 to go in the half. Back in 30 seconds.
A kind word, a firm handshake, and treating others the way you'd want to be treated. That's just how we do things in Tennessee. We're Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company. A kind word.
PAT's good. So with 4:07 remaining before half, it's now 11-14, Mount Juliet 7.
Tommy, they caught us by surprise there. They had a good run there on their first play, and as we were slowly getting back to the line of scrimmage, they went hurry-up offense with no huddle, and kind of caught us flat-footed for the pass play down the middle for the big game.
Lebanon has had wonderful success on the kick return game. Mount Juliet, outstanding kickers, wants to negate that. Merbitz, M-E-R-B-I-T-Z, will kick off for Mount Juliet.
Yeah, awesome.
Watch onside.
Perhaps the sky kick here. They are going to pooch it. And Lebanon will run it to about the 36-yard line. Devontae Wilson fielded that and got all he could get, which is all you ask, and Lebanon with wonderful field position. 4:04. Lebanon leading Mount Juliet 14-7.
And Deontay is he's had some experience running the football at the previous level when he's played in middle school. He did a little running back himself back there.
A slot left set on the 36-yard line. Motion and a tight end will come to the left, overset left. Edwards hits it up the middle. Gain to about the 38. Gain of 2 for Deuce Edwards.
Edwards again on the carry up the middle.
Whistle. Helmet came off of Deuce Edwards, and he has to go out of the game for a play. Azita comes in at tailback for LHS. Second down and 8 from the 38. Split receiver left, slot left. Tight end and Sniffer will shift to the left, so Lebanon oversets to the left. Pass in the flat to J.D. Stafford. He goes through his hands. It was low. It went through his hands like a bad hop ground ball. Joe, we might have had something on that play if the pass would have been on the money.
And they're telling Isaiah to get his feet right. You know, you've got to flip your hips. It's kind of like a shortstop when you just kind of turn in two and you're throwing it to second base. But we had a good block set up out here on the edge, and I think J.D. could have definitely got some positive yards for us there.
You know, and that's so easy for a quarterback to do when you get it and you're trying to get rid of it quick. But you got to take the time to take that step and toward the receiver, turn those hips and throw it.
Timeout, Lebanon. Lebanon not set, and they will take a timeout. Timeout on the field with 3:26 to go in the first half. Lebanon looking at a 3rd down and 8 from their own 38-yard line. Blue Devils lead Mount Juliet 14-7. We'll take a 30-second commercial break, and we will be right back.
A kind word, a firm handshake, and treating others the way you'd want to be treated. That's just how we do things in Tennessee. We're Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
To William Shipper for providing the flatbed and driving the vehicle today for the Lebanon football team in the homecoming parade. 3rd down and 8, Lebanon 38-yard line. 2 receivers left. Mariah in the gun. Play fake. Isaiah forced out of the pocket to his left. Wants to throw. Threw it into a crowd and dang near intercepted. Just throw that away, young man, and punt it. There were more Bears than Blue Devils when that ball came down to earth, Bob.
Well, when you're rolling to your left and you got pressure on you, you can't get anything on the football when you're trying to throw it 25, 30 yards down the field. So get rid of it. You can't turn those hips and get something on it.
Roseberry will be back to return this punt. Phillips to kick it for Lebanon. Lowry to snap it. Snap is there. Punt is away. Nice punt. Angled toward the Mount Juliet sideline. Takes a bounce. And a bit of a Lebanon roll. And it will be blown dead.
27.
.28-yard line on that punt. It's Mount Juliet with 3:05 to go in the first half. Trails Lebanon 14-7. Donald, you got the numbers on that punt?
34 yards, Tom.
34 on the punt. Travers will set his team. Tailback comes to the near side. That's Crudup. Crudup is going to be hit and pulled down just as he crosses the 35 to the 36-yard line. Gain to the 36 for John Michael Crudup. 2:40 to go in the first half. Mount Juliet, no huddle, quickly to the line of scrimmage. Travers the tailback, Crudup at his left hip. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Travers wants to throw. Pass
Good job.
Complete and broken up by Damon Calloway.
Good coverage.
Intended for Osborne on a slant, and Dame Calloway played it perfect.
Yeah, he was there with him step for step and makes a break on the ball right at the last minute to knock it away.
And Travers calls to the sideline to come look at Crudup. Crudup runs off with a shoulder dangling there, Tommy.
Crudup blocking on that play. 3rd down and relatively short for Mount Juliet. Rizkella will be the tailback with Travers. Rizkella, left side, hit and taken down.
If they got it or not. Yeah, I guess they did.
McPeak on the tackle for Lebanon. 2:15 to go in the first half. Gain will be almost the 40-yard line. 39 3/4. Two receivers right, two left. Travers in the gun, wants to throw. Pulls it down to run. Going to be taken down by Jordan Jewell. He is close to the first down. That was a pass play where he decided to pull it and run. Mount Juliet back to the line of scrimmage quickly. Travers throws over the middle, finds his tight end Slocum, who will be taken down by Azita. Carson Slocum on a hot route by the tight end. He's got a first down and plenty of yardage.
And all the way down to what, the 23-yard line?
To the 22-yard line. Travers sends a man in motion, play fake. He wants to throw. Throws it over the middle, and it is complete for a touchdown to Fiorita. The tight end slipped out wide, stinking Odom open in the end zone for a touchdown. Travers to Fiorita for a 22-yard scoring pass, and Mount Juliet with a PAT can tie this one up, Joe.
Travers the spot. Echeverria to try to do just that. Snap, spot, and kick is good. 1:19 to go in the contest. Mount Juliet has knotted us at 14. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout.
A kind word, a firm handshake, and treating others the way you'd want to be treated. That's just how we do things in Tennessee. We're Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
Travers to Fiorita for a 22-yard touchdown pass. Echeverria PAT was good, so with 1:19 remaining before half, we're all tied up, boys. It's 14-14.
And you knew Mount Juliet was not going to go away.
Oh, no.
They're not 7-0 for nothing. They got down 14-0 and just bang, bang. It's tied up with 1:19 to go here in the first half. Merbitz will kick it off. He is angled again as if he is going to sky kick, go across the field. He does. Kicks it to Wilson as he fielded that high kickoff. What? Hold against Lebanon. Well, if they held him, they didn't do a very good job of holding because about 4 Bears hit him.
Yeah.
Not very effective on that hold.
That's kind of adding insult to injury.
That'll back him up. Line of scrimmage now becomes the 15-yard line for Lebanon. 1:15 to go in the half. We are tied 14-14. Tailback, Edwards fights for yardage, and somehow that pile keeps moving.
He's going to pick up 5-6, isn't he?
Well, after initial contact is where he got all his yards.
Pick up 6.
They're going to put it across the 20. Call it the 21. 6 yards. 2nd and 4. 47 seconds to go in the half. Ozita comes in at tailback. Edwards comes out. Mariah hands it to Gian. And now Juliet jumps on the pile. Ozita. Now Juliet will take a timeout, hoping to force Lebanon to punt. They'll bring up a 3rd down and 5. Bears will take a timeout, and we will keep it right here. Bob, a pretty good timeout by Mount Juliet to force Lebanon into a 3rd down and 5, and maybe then take another timeout and force a punt if you can get them stopped.
Yeah, because anything in the special teams and the kicking game, you want to make them kick the football.
Make them execute, yes.
Absolutely. First Freedom Bank sponsors the weekly painting of Clifton Tribble Field. First Freedom Bank is a community bank headquartered right here in Lebanon. Experience the difference of banking local, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
You can bet on this. If Lebanon has to punt on this possession, Mount Juliet will run a jailbreak punt block. They will turn them loose. Football at the 21 of Lebanon. Ozita will be the tailback behind Isaiah Mariah. Lebanon in a tight bunch set. Gian is hit and taken down. First man on the scene for the Golden Bears is Noah Anderson, a sophomore linebacker who shot the gap out with 11 seconds left in the first half of play.
Lebanon High Softball invites girls between the ages of 6 and 12 to attend the annual Spooktacular Softball Camp. It's Tuesday, October the 29th. Registration opens at 5:30 with instruction getting underway at 6:30. Bring your costume for a contest and enjoy trunk or treat. Cost is $30 per player. For more information, visit GoBlueDevilsAthletics.com. Also, Blue Devil Football appreciates the support of Tim Leeper Roofing, serving residential and commercial customers in Middle Tennessee for over 17 years. Call Tim at 615-553-2782 to schedule an appointment.
Lebanon leaves the sideline, heads out on the field for a punt. Mount Juliet, no timeouts left. Lowry will snap it to Phillips. Lebanon in tight punt. Mount Juliet will have 9 Bears at the line of scrimmage. Roseberry deep. Snap is there. Punts away. A good one. Roseberry's going to ask for the fair catch, and we're going to hit him.
Good gracious. You got to...
Running with his head down, our quick cover man hit Roseberry and knocked him off his pins after he had called for a fair catch.
Well, after a penalty, can't you take a free kick?
Yeah.
So if that penalizes them 15 yards, they're at the 36-yard line.
After a fair catch,
yes,
you can take a free kick.
Yes, sir.
That was a fair catch with a penalty. It's going to give them 15 more yards. And given they can flip a coin, if it's Merbetz or Echeverria, either one, they can attempt a free kick from right there. And you know that's going through Trey Perry's head right now.
With the leg he's got on him, kicking that ball from the 40-yard line.
Joe, you ever seen a free kick in this situation?
Now, Tommy, we hear about it all the time, but I don't know if I hand. They were They were trying to speak to Anthony, I call him, and he, the returner waved it so early because obviously it was a safe return with the jailbreak block on. And so soon as it come off Phillips' foot, their returner waved, and of course Anthony said, I didn't even have my head up. I was just running down the field, and he thought, hey, I got me a free shot here. But yeah,
Fellas, Echeverria is on the field.
Yes, sir.
They will get a free kick. He will line up at the 38-yard line. That'll make it a 48-yard field goal attempt for Echeverria. He can put it on the tee. And if it goes through the uprights, it's 3 points. And I've been doing this for 30-something years, and I've never seen one.
Yeah.
If he kicks this through the uprights, it's 3 points for the Bears with 4 seconds. And it's like soccer. We're jumping up and down like kangaroos trying to distract him. Echeverria approaches it, kicks it, and he missed it. He pulled it. Holy smoke.
Woo! So time doesn't run. Tommy, is it treated like an extra point? Because our 4 seconds, nothing moved there.
It's like an untimed down.
Okay.
An untimed down on the free kick after a fair catch. You can do that. So shades of Jeff Fisher back when the Titans tried that once in an exhibition game. And he said, I just wanted to do it because he was a rules freak. And so that is a missed field goal attempt for Echeverria from 48 yards. You don't see that every day. Lebanon will take a knee right here, and that will end the first half. We are tied at 14. 14-14, Lebanon and Mount Juliet at Tribble Field Watkins Stadium. Let's take a 3-minute commercial break, if you would, Jeremiah. 3 minutes, and we'll be back. You're listening to Blue Devil Football on WANT and WCOR Lebanon.
Thank you.
machine. Join in the story of an early 1900s steam pump inventor who seeks to create a machine never seen before. Featuring an original custom-made floor, a musical rebellion for the creation of the machine, the magnificence of the machine, and ultimately the demise of the machine. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy the Marching Blue Devils halftime performance of Magnificent Machine. Is your band ready? Lebanon High School Marching Blue Devils, you may take the field in halftime performance.
What have you created in winter?
Planning a special spooky halftime show that night. You don't want to miss it. FCA, COSA, and track team. In her spare time, she enjoys being with friends and family. During the summer, you can find her working with kids. Hayden, son of Marcel and Leslie Goodlow, is a member of both the LHS freshman football and basketball teams and plans on participating in track and field. Hayden loves to cook, hang out with friends, and listen to music. Adeline Bickley and Hayden Goodlow. Representing the sophomore class, we have Emmy Thorne and Luke Poston. Daughter of Keith and Kelly Thorne is a member of the Lebanon High School competition and football cheer squads. She is very involved in her youth group and loves hanging out with her friends. Luke, son of Joni Frazier, is a member of LHS track team. On the weekend, you can find him hanging out with his friends. He also enjoys listening to music and buying shoes. Emmy Thorne and Luke Poston. Representing the junior class, we have Mia McDermott and John Hancock. Mia, daughter of John and Kathy McDermott, is a member of the Lebanon High School girls soccer team. She is also an active member of LHS's FCA and Student Council. John, son of John and Manette Hancock, is a member of the LHS cross-country team and youth in government, where he is a state floor leader for the Senate. John is also a 4-H junior representative on the Tennessee State 4-H Council. Mia McDermott and John Hancock. For our first pair representing the senior class, we have Emily Angel and Yogi Patel. Emily, daughter of Shannon and Belinda Angel, is the Vice President of Lebanon High's Future Business Leaders of America. She is also a part of the school's competition and sideline cheer teams. After high school, Emily plans on going to college to become an elementary education teacher. Yogi Patel, son of Jay and Rita Patel, is a part of LHS choir and book club. He loves his dog, theater, and musicals. After high school, Yogi plans to attend the University of Tennessee at Knoxville and pursue a career in supply chain management. Emily Angel and Yogi Patel. Representing the senior class, we have Sophie Mosley and Brody Reasonable. Daughter Lindsay and Jeremy Mosley is a part of LHS competition and sideline cheer teams. She is also an active member of P7 and FBLA. After high school, Sophie plans to college to become a special education teacher. Brody enjoys golfing, working out, and hanging out with his friends and family. After high school, Brody plans on attending the university in business and letting God continue to guide his life. Sophie Mosley and Brody Reasonable. Representing the senior class, we have Nadia Thomas and Amari Moore. In her spare time, you can find her playing piano or in the kitchen cooking and baking. After high school, Nadia plans to attend Cumberland University. She will major in psychology and pursue a career as a child psychologist. Amari, son of Mace and Dr. Timothy Neal, enjoys listening to music and working. He loves shoes, and you can find him buying a new pair of shoes every weekend. After high school, Amari plans on attending Tennessee State University. He plans to major in business to one day do product development. Nadia Thomas and Amari Neal. Another round of applause for our football homecoming court. And now we will have Dr. Scott Walters crowning the 2024 football homecoming king and queen. And finally, your homecoming king and queen are Emily Angel and Yogi Patel. Congratulations to Emily and Yogi for our homecoming court for so beautifully representing Lebanon High School. If you saw the parade earlier, you know that everyone did an amazing job on their floats. This year we had two categories for float judging. First place for clubs and sports goes to the girls soccer team. Congratulations to Coach Bennett and the soccer team. First place for class floats goes to the freshmen. Congratulations to both groups and everyone else who participated. If you missed them, you can see them over by the baseball field. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2024 football homecoming.
Kind word, a firm handshake, and treating others the way you'd want to be treated. That's just how we do things in Tennessee. We're Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
Next week, Mount Juliet will be at Roger Perry Field as they take on Franklin High School. And here in just a moment, we will, tell you what let's do. Let's take a 1-minute break. We'll take a 1 minute, and I'll come back, and I think we'll have some scores for you after telling you Lebanon and Mount Juliet are tied 14-14 in intermission. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
A kind word, a firm handshake, and treating others the way you'd want to be treated. That's just how we do things in Tennessee. We're Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
WANT, WCOR Lebanon, Tommy Bryan, Bob Lee with you here at halftime. Bob's got to look at some scores from around the mid-state.
Thanks, Tommy. First of all, got a score. Gallatin is leading Wilson Central by a score of 27-6. That game is at halftime. Watertown last night defeated Grundy County by a score of 45-44. That was a Thursday night game. Also in the third quarter, Friendship leading York by a score of 23-20. In our region, or excuse me, this is not our region. Well, we've got a score of Hendersonville 14, Portland 21. So Portland leading Hendersonville by a score of 21-14. And trying to get a score on Green Hill and Laverne. And just haven't gotten that one yet. But that's all I've got for right now, Tommy.
Bob, your Cumberland broadcast on Saturday is going to be another good one, as you and Christian Kaposi will call a home game at Noakes Lassiter Field as Cumberland takes on Georgetown.
A big win last week by defeating Bethel, the number 4 team in the country. Cumberland winning that ball game by a score 21-14, and then now taking on Georgetown, which is they're ranked as well. 16, 17, they're somewhere around in there. They're ranked. I know it's in around 15. That was Cumberland receiving votes this year. I mean this week for the NAIA national rankings. So they were receiving votes to be in the top 25.
And what about Luke Holloway, Mid-South Conference Offensive Player of the Week and NAIA Offensive Player of the Week?
He's had a heck of a year, Tommy. That young man has really, really showed growth in the last 3 years. He's been at Cumberland, and he's got actually has another year of eligibility. I don't know that he will use it because he's got his academic affairs are in order, and he's probably going to go make a living somewhere. But I tell you what, he has really, really, really come on, and he is definitely a leader on that ball team.
Mount Juliet will kick off. Lebanon had won the toss, opted to defer their decision until the second half. Lebanon will have their backs to Hartman Drive. Mount Juliet will have their backs to the scoreboard in the field house here at Tribble Field, Watkins Stadium. Echeverria will kick off, and I don't think that guy's going to angle kick anything. Mr. Football finalist last year as a kicker. He missed a 48-yard free kick at the end of the first half. Just pulled it left.
I tell you what, he could play defensive line for a lot of teams.
He could play for us at defensive line.
Absolutely.
But he can crush the football. If we field this one, it'll be an upset. Echeverria approaches and bangs it, and it will go 2 yards deep into the end zone, and Lebanon will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20 yard line. Lebanon has run the football very effectively tonight. That has been the formula for the Blue Devils tonight. Run, and run it some more. And they have done that with success against the Golden Bears.
Type of adjustments to try to play a little chess match with the other side and see who's going to do what. So we'll see what Lebanon does here first on offense.
Hand the football to Edwards. Edwards runs it off the left side. He's got running room, and he will run it to the 29-yard line. 9 yards on first down for Deuce Edwards, picking up where he left off in that first half of play.
Actually had a little bit of a slip right there. He might have gone a whole lot further.
Well over 100 yards in the first half for Edwards running the football. Lebanon, again, 3 receivers left, tight end on the left, overset left. Mariah wants to throw, throws that pass complete. That is to J.D. Stafford, and that should be enough for a Blue Devil first down.
Yeah, he'll get the first down. Move the sticks, and another set of downs.
Mariah, that time, whips that pass out to Stafford. Got his hips turned and got a little something on that throw. Gain to the 32-yard line. 3 yards on that pass play. 1st and 10 Blue Devils. Opening drive, second half. Searcy will split wide right for Lebanon. In the slot will be Binion. Edwards hits it off the weak side. Hesitates and then runs hard. Won't make the 30. Well, they're going to give him the 35-yard line. I didn't think he had it, but he got a pretty good spot from the official here on the near sideline.
Pick up 2 on first down.
And Bob, he draws a crowd when he runs.
I mean, he's they hadn't stopped him yet.
And those are his boys.
Last year.
2 receivers right for Lebanon. Searcy and Binion. Tight end left. Edwards in motion. Mariah, quarterback off the right side, got running room. He's out to the 45 and beyond the 45-yard line. 1st and 10, Big Blue.
He'll give him out to the 47-yard line. Good burst of speed right up through the middle that time with Mariah, and big play for him.
12 yards, and there's a little bit of the adjustment. Send Edwards in motion and let Mariah run the football.
Let him draw the crowd, and we'll take it the other way.
Up front for Mount Juliet, Fiorita, Hernandez, McEwen, Mosley, and Perry. Linebackers Anderson and Nguyen. Anderson, the leading tackler, and he's just a sophomore. Slot left for Lebanon. Edwards bounces it right, puts his head down. He's going to pick up a couple, and there's bodies still flying around.
Yeah, they stopped him at the 49.
Fiorita saying he's got the football. Atticus Fiorita, All-State last year for Mount Juliet. 41 tackles, 9 sacks coming into tonight's game. Edwards comes out. Bob, did we get our third quarter announcement made?
Well, I don't know if we did, but the third quarter of tonight's game is sponsored by the Lebanon Police Department and Chief Mike Justice. The men and women in blue are proud to support the Big Blue.
Lebanon will flop the tight end left, and here comes Mariah on a quarterback sweep left. And he gets some yardage there on second down.
Get down to the 47.
He runs from his own 47 to the Mount Juliet 47, gain of 6. 3rd down and 4 for Lebanon. 8:35 in the third period. We're tied at 14. Tight end Thompson out of the game. Lebanon will go to the line of scrimmage with 12 on the play clock. 2 receivers right and a slot on the right. Mariah fakes the inside handoff, and he will run it right. Isaiah has a big first down for Lebanon inside the Mount Juliet 30-yard line. Bob, they gave him the look of the reverse, and Mariah took it on right in.
Yeah, everybody going toward Deuce. But hey, if you're looking for Deuce, you better watch out for the tray.
Hey, Joe Gardner, a good little change-up for Lebanon offensively there.
Like Bob said, just got to make some adjustments here. Lebanon's done a good job on this opening drive to kind of show a different look, and so far so good.
Edwards off the right side, fighting for yardage, positive yardage for Deuce from the 28 down to the 22. They're going to call it about 5 yards. Line of scrimmage looks like it's going to be the 24. Lebanon, white headgear, blue jerseys, white numerals, white and blocker will go left. Quarterback sweep left. Mariah tries to get on the edge, has a little bit of running room, and will out of bounds. And Bob, you grunted just a little. You thought there might be a hold, and the Lebanon back pulled his hands back, says, no, I'm not going to hold.
Of it at the last minute, you're exactly right.
Gain is down to the 20. So a gain of 4 for Isaiah Mariah running the football.
And actually, Tommy, I was also kind of grimacing a little bit because I didn't know if he could get to the corner, and he did a good job of getting around the edge.
3rd down and 2. Azita bangs it down to about the 15. Going to call him short of the 15 to the 16. But Gian Azita thumps it off the left side to the 16 for 4 yards.
I think sometimes he just runs the football looking for somebody to run over. Yeah.
Searcy and Binion will split wide right in a slot. Tight end Sniffer left. Azita. Change of direction.
Good job.
Winds up off left guard, and that pile still moves down to the 11-yard line.
Tommy, Gian last year, Joe, you might agree with me on this. Last year, Gian would have kept trying to get outside and try to break it, getting around the edge. That time he put his foot in the dirt, cut it upfield, found a little crease going back to the middle, and did a good job of taking what he was given.
$5:41 to play in the third. We're tied. 2nd down and 5 at the 11. Illegal procedure penalty. Very clean game so far tonight compared to some of the others we've had this season, Donald Gaines.
Yeah, Tommy, we've 5 penalties for 45 yards. Mount Juliet's only been penalized once for 5.
And about 3 weeks ago, Trey Perry was raising Cain because his bunch had about 13 penalties one game. Mount Juliet seems to have that under control. Deuce bounces it outside. Almost popped that thing. Runs the football to the 12 after they've been backed up to the 16. So a gain of 4. 3rd and 7 for Lebanon. Bob, you got to feel like Lebanon's got 2 plays to get a first down here.
Absolutely, unless it's a long 4th down and they may try to kick the field goal. They're inside the 15.
Tight end right, overset right. Bootleg. Mariah tries to get out on the edge. Mariah has some running room.
Horse collar.
They didn't call it.
They had him around the neck and pull him down. Lebanon barking for a horse collar tackle, and they did get the flag come out late.
Good.
Mariah on a bootleg, personal foul, horse collar, Mount Juliet. Joe, you were right down there amongst them. Mariah had a good-looking play. They caught him from behind.
If Joda had the flag, he'd have thrown it.
And I made the call because he looked at it for a long time, and I thought that is the definition, and it went on for a while. But, again, big break for our Blue Devils there will put us in first down.
First and goal, right? Yes.
Joe, what's the line of scrimmage?
We're going to be right inside the 5, Tommy.
We'll call it the 5. First and goal, Lebanon at the Mount Juliet 5. Azita is the tailback. He's the thumper. Hand it to Gian. Gian fights for yardage.
He's in there.
Gets it in there for a touchdown, Big Blue. He would not be denied. The big sophomore took it off right guard behind the block of Dwayne White and gets it in for a touchdown. Nice block. Wonderful effort by Gian for the touchdown. Joe Gardner, you've got the PAT call.
Mariah to handle your spot. Tristan Phillips on to attempt. Snap. Kick. He pushes that kick straight through. Open and drive for your Blue Devils. 4:04 to go on the third. Lebanon 21. Mount Juliet 14. More football after this 30-second timeout.
A kind word, a firm handshake, and treating others the way you'd want to be treated. That's just how we do things in Tennessee. We're Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
Guys, there's no better way to start the second half than taking an 80-yard, 15-play drive. Azita in for 5-yard TD run. Phillips PAT's good. With 4:04 remaining in the third quarter, it's now your Lebanon Blue Devils 21, Mount Juliet 14.
And Bob, what a
that's the antidote as of right now. Did get this score in, Tommy, at the half. Green Hill leading Laverne by 36-0. Yeah. So they'll start off in the second half with a running clock.
Endless on the season at 0-7. Green Hill undefeated at 7-0. That game at Freedom Field in Laverne. Phillips will kick off for Lebanon. He will have it on the far hash. Juliet hash. Roseberry deep to return for Mount Juliet. Osborne back there as well. Kick will be handled, won't be handled. It will go out of bounds as the kick sailed out of bounds like it was headed toward Osborne. And Mount Juliet will have good field position as they'll start at their own 35-yard line after that kickoff goes out of bounds.
Well, we just got to make sure that our defense got the same memo that the offense did at halftime.
Gravely, Dryden, Glover, Pride, Sanders up front. Slocum is the tight end. He had a big catch in the first half. Play fake. Travers throws, finds his man out there, complete. That's Osborne. Osborne will have a first down for the Bears.
We got to make that tackle on the corner.
That's a spot tackle situation where you're squared up with the receiver. You got to get him on the ground right there.
Got to get some cloth.
For 35, the gain will be to the Lebanon 46-yard line. Mount Juliet quickly to the line of scrimmage. Play fake, throw it in the flat, caught. There's the spot tackle.
Good job.
Well played by Lebanon defensively as Holt with the reception. On that tackle for Lebanon,
Busby?
Busby, the sophomore. Slot left for Mount Juliet. Tailback, Crudup, runs left. Met
Good job.
after a short gain. Dane Calloway set the corner, and it looked like Stafford mopped him up. Third down and short for the Bears. Flanker right, Travers in the gun. Tailback, first down Bears. John Michael Crudup with the gain down to the 34 of Lebanon. First and 10, Golden Bears, 2:21 to go in the third. No huddle for Mount Juliet. They're right back on the line of scrimmage. Quarterback Travers hit, going to be taken down. McPeak on the tackle. Travers looked like that was an RPO, a run pass option.
Yeah, he looked like he was wanting to throw the ball downfield, but he just had too much in his face right there. He had to protect the football and try to cut it upfield.
My TV 30 has a scissors lift in the end zone on the Hartman drive into the field, and that guy must be 70 feet in the air. Play fake. Travers throws again, has a man out in the flat. That's Roseberry. Going to have it inside the 15-yard line. Busby will make the tackle for Lebanon, but Travers picking them apart with the short passing game.
Well, and what they're doing, we're showing cushion because we got to respect their speed, and they're throwing that short pass, the short pass, the short pass. Then when we come up, watch them, they'll go deep.
Split receivers left and right for Mount Juliet. Travers under center, toss sweep. Tailback dropped the ball, got the ball back. He's going to be hit and taken down on that carry for Mount Juliet. 45, I believe, is who that was, but I think it was Eli Driver. Was that 45 carrying the football?
There's no 45 on their team.
No 45 on the roster.
Yeah.
I think that was Driver on the carry.
What number is he?
43. Crudup off the right side, going to be pulled down.
Big third down play for our defense here.
Sherelle Simpkins with the tackle. Lebanon leads 21-14, but Mount Juliet coming back. Third down and roughly 6. Our best wishes to Steve Willard, who's been our Randy Salas filling in for him tonight. 3rd and 6. Ball at the 10-yard line of Lebanon. Travers in the gun, Crudup on his left hip. There's a whistle
for quarter.
And that's the end of the third quarter. Third quarter has come to an end here at Tribble Field, Watkins Stadium. Lebanon leads Mount Juliet. 14 will take a 60-second break and be right back.
A kind word, a firm handshake, and treating others the way you'd want to be treated. That's just how we do things in Tennessee. We're Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
Located at 225 West Main Street, F&M Bank is a proud supporter of Lebanon High School football. Banking made easy on purpose. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
With 3:52 to go in the third period at Calvin Short Field, Gallatin leads Wilson Central 41-6. 3:52 in the third, Gallatin 41, Central 6. That's a Region 4 6A football game. Reminder, this game is on Blue Devil Broadcasting, and once it goes on Blue Devil Broadcasting on that Facebook page, it stays there forever. You can go back and watch replays anytime you want to. Game also live on My TV 30 around the mid-state. And I forgot to program My TV to record this one tonight.
Can you still VCR?
You might. You might. You may be the only one.
Yeah. I got 8 tracks.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. There you go. Mount Juliet looking at a 3rd and 6 at the Lebanon 10. First play of the fourth quarter. Waiting for the TV timeout to come back. And they will take a TV timeout at some point here in this period. Go ahead, Bob.
Well, a big Blue Devil thank you goes out to Jersey Mike Subs, located on West Main Street and Eastgate Boulevard. For all your pregame party eats, call Jersey Mike's at 615-444-9886. Jersey Mike's is always a sub above. And make sure that you want to stay with WANT FM 98.9 following tonight's game for the Fakes and Hooker Scoreboard Show, hosted by John Boyce and Arkey Grooms.
Congratulations to Watertown last night for a 45-44 win over Grundy County. Those cats never give up. Watertown's gotten behind in several games this year and has made games close. Just they won't lay down, and they did not do that last night against Grundy County, and they wound up picking up the win. So the TV man is off the field, and we are ready for a 3rd and 6 play, first play of the fourth quarter at the Lebanon 10. Crudup tries to bounce it left, has a little steam behind him, and he will be forced out of bounds. There is a flag on the play. It is down at the 10-yard line.
That's going to be of the holding variety.
They've got the Bears on a hold. That'll put the football squarely at the 20.
Holding moves the ball back to the 20-yard line where the Bears will have a 3rd down and 15.
Juliet. Travers in the gun, puts Crudup on his left hip. Travers to throw. Pressure. Being chased by Quentin Moore. He throws it left-handed and throws it out of bounds. Quentin Moore was chasing him like he'd stolen from him. Get rid of this or we're going to lose a lot of yards.
Yeah, now they'll bring the field goal kicker on.
That'll be Echeverria, who will attempt the field goal. That'll make it a 37-yard attempt. Line of scrimmage is the 20. Put 17 on that. Joe, you've got it.
Carry on to attempt. Well within his range. Travers will put it down. Lebanon looks to be playing it safe. Got a delay a game, so they're going to add another 5, which really won't make a difference for him. And snap came late and hit the holder in the head.
Not exactly a highlight reel you want.
Well, that is not common for Mount Juliet. They kind of imploded right there those last couple of snaps. Again, this will back it up 5. Now it is a 42-yard field goal attempt to try to make this a 21-17 contest. Travers puts it down. Echeverria pushes it up, and it is automatic. Lebanon's defense does its job. Mount Juliet takes on 3. Your score, Lebanon 21, Mount Juliet 17, 11:26 to go on the fourth. More football in 30.
Tom, I can't hear myself good. I mean, I'm hearing y'all.
Okay.
Maybe that's a little
kind
better.
Is that better?
Yeah, I can hear myself.
I didn't want to turn it all the way
treating
open,
others
but
the way you want to be treated.
1, 2, 3, 1,
That's
2,
just how we
3.
do things.
Yeah.
is that okay?
Yeah.
We're Farm Bureau
Because
Insurance.
the other way, I'm just
Tennessee's
like
insurance
in a hole
company.
Yeah.
or something.
Apparently, this thing, it's either hot
Yeah.
or it's not.
Gotcha. And I may be sounding fine to y'all, but I can't hear it. You know,
All right, Tommy, with Mount Juliet goes 10 plays, and I didn't figure the yardage. I apologize. But with 11:26 to go in the ball game, it is now 11-21, Mount Juliet 17.
Lebanon's defensive unit did the job there, Bob Lee, and they got the help from a holding call. Lebanon has stood tall.
and you know, in games like this, rivalries, you know, big games that a lot of emotion is involved, and lots of times it comes down to penalties or turnovers. And, you know, whoever doesn't make the most mistakes sometimes comes out ahead. So,
Well, an old buddy of mine in the coaching business, Dan Winfrey, told me, he said, Tommy, more games are lost than they are won. And that's just a fact of life.
I'd say it's about half and half.
And we're going to have an extended timeout here. Again, TV timeout for my TV 30. Bob, what do you got
Well,
for
let's
us?
talk about the Lady Devils volleyball team. They, the Lebanon Ladies Blue Devil volleyball team, they were runner-up to District 7 tournament. They closed out the 2024 season with a 3-1 loss to Riverdale on Tuesday in the semifinals of the Region 4 tournament. The Lady Devils finished with an overall record of 19-15 under Coach Brooke Pickler. All district honorees include Ellie Beth McDonald, Sophie Hollis, Maggie Shanks, and Freshman of the Year, Hadley Hayes. Also, Lebanon's soccer team finished the regular season with a record of 9-6-3 overall, following Tuesday's 3-0 loss to Siegel in the semifinals of Region 4 tournament. The Lady Devils played in the district finals for just the third time in the program history, thanks to a 1-0 victory over Wilson Central in the district semifinals. Coach Kyle Bennett was voted District Coach of the Year, with Marley Dye being named Defensive Player of the Year. All district honors went to Karina Kumar, Sydney Cornish, Mia McDermott, and Reagan Denton.
Mount Juliet will kick off to Lebanon. Echeverria will do the honors, kicking toward the scoreboard. The goal is to keep him from hitting the scoreboard with this kickoff. Stafford deep to return, and Deuce Edwards for Lebanon, as if they'll touch the ball. This guy was not Mr. Football for nothing last year, or a finalist. Here's the kick. It's going to be returnable to the goal line. Stafford tries to get on the edge. Stafford looking for running room and will run that football across the 20 to the 21-yard line. I think it startled him that he was able to field the ball in the field of play.
Well, I think, you know, in this past week, I think Coach Gentry's made the comment, we got to get that ball in that boy's hands a little bit more. He's made some things happen when he's had the football in his hands, and I think they're making a concentrated effort to try to give him a few more touches.
Ball is at the 22-yard line, so call it a 21-yard return for J.D. Stafford. Lebanon leading 21-17, has it with 11:18 to go in the football game. Edwards in motion, Mariah will run it right up the middle. He'll pick up several yards. Now, there's got to be a whistle in there somewhere.
Yeah, you would think.
A lot of banging around down there. The gain is going to be roughly 4 yards to the 25-yard line for Isaiah Mariah. Gain of 3 officially. 2nd and 7. 10:40 to go in the football game. Next week, Lebanon at Hendersonville, non-region game. Franklin at Mount Juliet next week, non-region. 2 receivers left. Tailback, Edwards, hunts for a hole and will push it out for about 3. Almost 4. They're going to call him down at the 29-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4 yards.
You know, Tommy, as quick as they are trying to get to Edwards, you just got to maybe think that he's going to have a backside alley, you know, cutting back against the grain because they're flying to the football so hard. When he's running that ball toward the right and they all come over to the right, if he bends that back to the left, back against the grain, he could find a slight opening.
Well, and he's patient enough when he runs to look for that cutback.
Exactly.
Azita in at tailback for Lebanon. Overset left, quarterback sweep left. Mariah tries to get on the edge. Isaiah will fight for yardage, and I don't think he's going to have his first down. He is close. He gets it across the 30. They're going to say to the 31. So a gain of 2.
Kick it.
No play. Try to draw him off. 9:14. Lebanon leaves the offense on the field.
Yeah. There you go.
That Thundercat Azita is in the backfield. 5 on the play clock. Going to try to get them to jump, and they're not going to jump, so Lebanon will take a timeout. Lebanon got to the line of scrimmage. Mariah started into his cadence, trying to draw him off. Mount Juliet sat there and would not jump. So with 8:53 to go in the game, Lebanon looks at a 4th and 1. Bob Lee.
Lebanon High Softball invites girls between the ages of 6 and 12 to attend the annual Spooktacular Softball Camp. That's Tuesday, October the 29th. Registration opens at 5:30 with instruction getting underway at 6:30. Bring your costume for a contest and enjoy trunk or treat. Cost is $30 per player. For more information, visit GoBlueDevilsAthletics.com.
I feel so sorry for those cheerleaders throwing T-shirts and rubber footballs up into the crowd. They don't know Kimball Lee. Bob's daughter, now Kimball Lee Mingleberg, a member of the Blue Devil Sports Hall of Fame, used to throw them on top of the press box.
And that was at the old press box.
Yeah. What's that, Donald?
That one girl is tying the football in the T-shirt and slinging it.
It's still not throwing it more than 5 yards. They're unloading souvenirs to the crowd, and they never think to bring those to the press box, do they?
No. Well, it was after that year you knocked the kid over to get that one, did they?
They frown on that activity. 4th and 1, Lebanon will leave the offense on the field. Edwards in the backfield with Mariah. Lebanon goes under center. And they will try the push.
Yeah, he got it.
I think he got it.
Yeah, I think he got it. If they give him his forward progress, he got it.
They're giving him the full 32-yard line.
Mariah got under center, and they are going to measure this one.
What about it, Joe? Has he got it?
You're closer than us, Joe.
You know, he was kind of stonewalled there as he started, and he kind of slid off the tackle, and he stuck the ball out. Now, it happened so quickly, they slapped the ball out of his hands. Of course, that's a moot point there as his progress had been stopped. Guys, it's going to be close. I'm going to walk down here, but I thought he got it. I thought he got it the first time. That's first down, Tommy.
Yes, sir.
On 4th and 1, Mariah with the quarterback sneak. He went under center. And Lebanon, 99% of the time, a shotgun team sends their quarterback under center, and they ran the sneak for a first down. The drive stays alive.
That's at our own 30-yard line.
At our own 31. Make a note of that. 4th and 1. Tailback hits it up in there. Edwards. What a mass of humanity. And he's still digging for yards. He's a Deuce Edwards. If he weighs 170, I'm an aviator. He's not very big.
And we got one down now. Let's see. Who is that? That's a lineman, isn't it?
I believe that's Giovanni Luna. And I don't think it was that bad, but it was one of those things the coaches told him just get down.
Good plan.
Yeah. Just
looks like they're working on him for a cramp. Bob, go ahead.
A kind word, a firm handshake, and treating others the way you'd want to be treated. That's just how we do things in Tennessee. We're Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
Certified athletic trainer Jacob Woodard and team physician Dr. Lance LeClaire with Vanderbilt Sports Medicine for providing sports medicine coverage tonight for our student athletes. I imagine he's out there right now. And the Blue Devil football program appreciates the support of Corey McDonald and the folks at Buckeye Drugs, 315 North Cumberland Street, a full-service independent pharmacy. Visit buckeyedrugs.com for more information. And thanks to LHS graduate Kenny Salas and the Salas Realty Group, located at 120 Public Square. Whether you're buying or selling, visit salasrealtygroup.com.
8:07 to go in the football game. Lebanon leads Mount Juliet 21-17. It is 2nd and 8 at the 34. Giovanni Luna Garcia had that left leg cramp up, and he is high-stepping off the field in a slow, deliberate manner. He will have to come out for at least a play.
And Tom, let me mention this. First Freedom Bank sponsors the weekly painting of Clifton Tribble Field. First Freedom Bank is a community bank headquartered right here in Lebanon. Experience the difference of banking local, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender. But by that, people don't realize how big a deal that is. When you've got somebody they're doing that service for them, making sure that the field gets painted. That's such an ordeal that takes away from the coaches that have to leave the team to come out here and paint the football field.
Or leave their family at night and come up here and paint the field.
So
they've got a professional group, Friday Night Lines, Lines, I think is the name of the group that First Freedom Bank sponsors, and it really looks good. They're the same bunch, I think, that does the Cumberland football field. And the logo, the old school devil, the dirty devil from back in our day, Bob, there at the middle of the field, and the First Freedom logos on both sides of the 25-yard line on both ends of the football field. It really looks good out here.
Used to have the book covers made with that
Yes,
blue
sir.
devil on it. Of course, we don't have books now. It's just all on computers, isn't it?
You would know that better than me. 8:07 to go in the game. Lebanon leads 21-17. 2nd down and 8 at their own 34-yard line. 3 receivers go right for Lebanon. Azita in the backfield with Isaiah Mariah. Tight end will set up on the left for the Blue Devils. Mariah wants to throw. He got down, got sacked on that tackle for Mount Juliet. Defensive lineman.
That's number 22, Gavin Mosley.
Mosley with the tackle, a junior, came in with 35 tackles, 9.5 tackles for loss.
Mosley wearing that Guardian head apparatus up there that you're going to see more and more teams going to that.
You know, I saw Macon County scrimmage Friendship in the preseason, Bob, and every kid from Macon County had one of those Guardian caps on. They go about $70 a pop, and they said they wear them in all practices and scrimmages. 2 receivers right, 2 left for Lebanon on a 3rd down and long. Give it to Edwards. He's trying to pop it. He will run that football out across the 30-yard line, but will not have enough for a 1st down. He picked up about 5 or so on that play. Clock inside of 7 minutes at 6:55, and here comes the punt team for Lebanon. Phillips will be in punt formation. Lowry will snap it. Roseberry will be in return formation for the Golden Bears. Lebanon again, tight punt. No gunners spread wide. Snap is there. Punt is away. That's a nice one. Roseberry will ask for and make a fair catch at about the 39-yard line of Mount Juliet. Phillips did a nice job getting that one away, and it had enough hang time where Mount Juliet could not return the football. Donald, how long on that punt?
29 yards, Tommy, with no return.
6:22 to go in the game. Mount Juliet takes over at their own 39-yard line. Travers is the quarterback. He wants to throw. Guns it. Incomplete. Trying to hit Roseberry on the boundary. Busby in coverage, and that ball sailed high.
Yeah, it sailed high on him, and that young man was wide open. Luckily he overthrew Roseberry because we didn't have anybody real close to him.
And what you want to do if you're Lebanon's defense, you want to look for that one negative play like we did earlier on the sack to get them behind the chains.
Crudup sets up on the right side. Crudup runs it to the near boundary. Hit. Going to be taken down. Busby on the tackle. Stafford there along with Greer.
Make it 3rd and about 6.
Gain of 4 on that play. Ball's going to be spotted at the 43.
5:50 to go in the football game. Lebanon leading 21-17. But Mount Juliet with the ball, and they're driving.
2 receivers right, tight end left for the Bears. Travers wants to throw. Quarterback draw. Travers going to run. Stafford will take him down, but he's got enough for a 1st down. Stafford and Greer combine on the tackle of Tyler Travers, and he will run it to the 49-yard line. Gain of 6. 1st and 10 Bears. Not quite to the 50. 5:20 and the clock runs. Split receiver left, flanker right. Tight end Slocum will go in a slot right. Crudup runs right. Has some running room. Will be tripped up and taken down. Mosby on that tackle. Devontae Wilson on it as well. Run to the 35-yard line. 16 yards for the Bears. Quickly, Crudup runs to the near side. Crudup hit, taken down.
Azita.
Gian Azita with the tackle. Gian came up from that rover back position. McPeak has to come out. He's banged up.
Let me tell you how great of a play that was. We were not in position again as they went fast. Gian had 3 lead blockers in front of him. He diagnosed it, knifed between all 3 of them to get that stop.
Kid's a football player. Split receivers left and right for the Bears. Whistles pre-snap. What have we got? Timeout on the field. Timeout. Lebanon. 4:22 to go in the football game. 21-17 is our score. Lebanon leads. Let's take a 30-second break.
A kind word, a firm handshake, and treating others the way you'd want to be treated. That's just how we do things in Tennessee. We're Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
Donald, what you got?
Did you get Hendersonville, Portland?
Yes.
Okay. Did you get Friendship, York?
No.
York come back and beat Friendship 26-23.
Ooh, final, huh?
Yep, that's final.
Second down and long for Mount Juliet. Travers wants to throw. Guns it deep down the sideline. That is incomplete. Osborne was the intended receiver. He drew double coverage. Heath was looking for the football over the inside shoulder, and it went to his outside. Incomplete. 3rd down and 8 for the Bears. Here's another important down and distance with 4:15 to go. 3rd and 8 for the Bears at the Lebanon 33-yard line. Travers being pressured.
Oh, my gosh.
Gets hit and taken down.
By your quarterback, Mariah.
Isaiah Mariah was in the game as an extra defensive back, and he laid a shot on Tyler Travers. He did not get the first. It's a 4th down.
And about 4.
And Lebanon's defensive unit trying to get this crowd into the game.
What a play.
Have y'all ever seen a quarterback hit another quarterback that way, fellas?
Tell you what, huge play right here. 4th down.
4th and 4. 3:25 to go in the game. Travers to throw, throws it in the flat to his boy Osborne. Makes a man miss. Osborne loses the football. The ball is out. It's short of the goal line, and there is a pile. Osborne made the catch. The ball came out, and Mount Juliet got it back. Osborne out in the flat made the catch. Osborne, the leading receiver for the Golden Bears. So with 3 minutes and the clock running, the Bears have it 1st and goal.
Well, they're not going to be in any hurry now.
So you can fumble it forward, Bob. Is that correct?
At high school, you can, yes.
Okay.
I bet they got 7 or 8 yards on that fumble. 2:35 to go, and there is timeout on the field taken by the Bears before the play clock expired. It'll be 1st and goal Bears at the Lebanon 1-yard line on a 4th down and 4 play. Travers hit Osborne in the flat.
field.
Joe, your thoughts?
I mean, I think that's a safe play because, again, our Achilles heel is we've moved the ball, but we don't really score that quickly. So we need as much time with one timeout as we can get.
First and goal Bears at the Lebanon 1. Travers goes under center. He's going to try to score, and he does. Quarterback sneak, Tyler Travers, 1 yard run, touchdown, 2:29. Bears take the lead, 23-21. Field PAT team comes out. They will go for the single. Merbitz, M-E-R-B-I-T-Z, the sophomore, will attempt the PAT. Joe Gardner, you've got the call.
Thank you, and it is Merbitz. Travers with a hold. Snap, kick, good. 2:29 to go on the fourth. Mount Juliet 24, your Blue Devils 21. We'll be back in 30.
A kind word, a firm handshake, and treating others the way you'd want to be treated. That's just how we do things in Tennessee. We're Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
All right, guys, Mount Juliet comes back on a 10-play, 61-yard drive. Travers in with a 1-yard TD run. Merbitz with the PAT's good. It's now 2:29 to go in our ball game. Mount Juliet has the first lead of the night, 24, Lebanon 21.
First lead of the night for the co-region leader, Mount Juliet, 7-0. Lebanon 3-4. Echeverria will kick it off. Last time he kicked it, it went to the 1, and J.D. Stafford had a chance to run it back.
You think they'd kick it to Deuce Edwards right now?
Not in a million years. Edwards could sit on a stool over there. He's not going to touch this one.
He's going to kick this thing as far as he can kick it.
He'll kick it on the field house. Echeverria, right-footed, soccer-style kicker. Boom. That'll be fielded at the 1 by J.D. Stafford. Stafford got it to the 5, and his forward progress will be out to about the 6. That's all he could get. Got it to the 6. Tried to get it up into the wedge, and Mount Juliet flooded him. And J.D. got it to the 5 or 6 yard. They're going to say just beyond the 5 to the 6. Well, if you ever had a drive, now's the time to do it. First and 10 Lebanon with 2:21 to go in the game. Blue Devils trail by 3.
Need a 94-yard drive right here.
Tommy, I think if you ask Chuck at the end, give me one drive here at the end to beat an undefeated Mount Juliet team, he'd take it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
You're right. 3
receivers go left for Lebanon. Edwards in the backfield with Mariah. Mariah, quick pass. Low. Incomplete. Intended for Searcy. That will stop the clock at 2:17.
Pass incomplete, intended for number 4, P.J. Searcy, second down and 10.
Up front for the Bears. Hernandez, McEwen, Mosley. Redmond, Roseberry, Waller, Wiseman in the secondary. 3 receivers left for Lebanon. Single receiver right is Searcy. Edwards in the backfield with Mariah. Screen to Deuce. They smell it out.
Safety.
He got out of the end. Got out to the 1.
Good.
That's about it. Clock runs at 2:12. Timeout, Lebanon. Timeout on the field as the Blue Devils take a timeout with 2:01. Third down and long to go.
That's our last timeout.
Last timeout. Tell you what, let's take a 30-second break. 2 minutes to go in this football game. Lebanon trails 24-21. We will send it back to the station for a 30-second break, and we will be right back.